Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got one more.
Jason just loves some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 405. We are legacy counting. We're back up. Episode 405. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Hey, we're all here.
I can't wait until we get to 409 and we can actually have a sponsor.
The spray cleaner thing.
Yeah.
Shine on 409.
I don't know what that is. That song. Yeah. Well, we're not all here. Intern's gone.
You know what we should do for episode 411?
What's that?
Make it blank. Cannot be found.
Boo.
Well,
Boo.
we skipped over 404. So
404,
You can't
that's
find
right.
404.
Oh, wait. I was thinking of 404.
I'm like,
never mind.
411, we should, like, I don't know what, have it.
Have an
Amber
information
or
service?
something, or no?
Yeah. All right. So I messed that up.
Good job, Blake.
Can we start over again?
Nope. Not starting over.
Damn it.
Not starting over. Better watch. I'll detonate this Coke bomb that we have in here from last week. Yeah. So Jim's not here. Brian's not here. The intern. So we got intern fax machine. How you doing, intern?
I want to make it known that throughout this entire episode, I will not interrupt the intern. I swear to goodness.
I don't believe you.
I won't.
Don't believe you.
Not going to do it.
Nah, I don't believe you.
May Thor strike me down with Mjolnir if I do.
I don't believe you. Let's see here. So yeah, we have a good show tonight. Coming down off our 400th episode last week. It was nice. Thanks for all the kind words here. I was going to talk about CM Punk showing up on AEW after, so many years. But Brian's not here, so I can't talk wrestling with him. Kind of disappointed. I wanted to talk CM Punk.
I think you talked enough wrestling on our chat.
You know what? I did not respond most of the time, so simmer down. Simmer down.
That's because you were in the middle of game night.
I was.
If you kept responding, I would have yelled at you.
So we had a game night this week, tabletop games. We played Western Legends. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Have you ever played Western Legends, Blake?
No.
Okay, so it's a sandbox game. It's a board game, tabletop. But you can do pretty much
Does
anything.
it come with its own sand?
Yes. And you throw it at
Awesome.
somebody.
Ooh.
It's your turn. No, it isn't.
Sand to the eyes.
Well, when you're in your nice house and you're in the carpet, I mean, isn't that kind of a
It's
pain
in the
to
kitchen.
vacuum that up?
It's in the kitchen. It's hardwood.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Sweet.
But basically, Western Legends is you're a cowboy, cowgirl, Indian, Native American, doesn't matter.
Cow person.
Yes, right. Back in the day. And you can pretty much do anything you want. You play to a certain point, but you get point value like 20 or so. And you can be a wanted man and do like scandalous things. You can be a marshal and try to capture people.
Can you be wanted? Wanted. Dead or alive.
There is no killing.
You just keep getting wounds and then you lose things. But you can play. You could do it simple. You could just work in it. You can be like, I'll work and get money. Or you can play poker in a town. Or you can visit a brothel, a.k.a.
Burlesque.
a burlesque house.
Yeah, and
It's not a brothel, it's a burlesque.
Yes.
And get syphilis.
Yes. You can mine gold. You can.
Is Von Stoop there?
Von Stroop? It's just a
I
man
think
in a
Willy
horse.
von Stoop is the entertainment at it. Yes.
Just a man in his horse skin, huh?
I'm tired. So when you do make it to the hang of his noose, do you get to go first time?
No, you do not.
Oh.
But you can steal cattle. You can, take them to trains. There's a lot of stuff. So, or you can attack people and rob them, rob the bank.
But
so,
you can't kill them.
No, but you can get them down to 3 wounds, and then
Yeah.
they can't carry
Pass
as many cards. They lose money. You can rob them. So we're playing this game. Jeff's sister, myself, my wife, and Jeff. And we're getting to this point. And you know me, I just kind of like throwing chaos into the world.
We're getting to this point.
And like 20 minutes into the game, I get into the same spot as Jeff.
Yeah.
And I rob a bank. And then
You failed at robbing.
I did fail at robbing the bank.
The problem.
Awesome.
And so I had one more turn that
You're
turn.
no Butch Cassidy or Sundance
I was
Kid.
not. I was more like Will Smith in Wild Wild West. Kevin Kline like.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Jeff's on my square.
Without the cool gadgets.
Without the giant spider robot.
Yeah.
And I look at Jeff and I go, I'm going to rob you.
Yeah, Jeff's at your square because Jeff was going to the bank specifically for a reason.
Jeff had 4 moves planned out and tried to start taking over the game. So I screwed him up. I was like, I'm going to rob you.
And I said, don't do it. You're not going to do it. You better not do it.
And he's like, I will bring brimstone and fire down upon you.
I don't think those are the words I use.
I think it's Hellfire and Brimstone.
I think your comment was, I will make the rest of the game a living hell for you.
Yeah, I think I did say that.
You know, if you guys started, retorting each other in Latin, that would have been really cool.
We were doing it in German.
You know,
I can't say anything German.
He was doing it in a
that's-
fake
yeah.
Southern English
I was.
Jamaican accent.
see, that's my Tombstone
Jamaican?
reference. Okay.
I'm so drunk. You're so drunk. You're seeing 2 of me. Got 1 for both of you. Anyways, so Jeff keeps warning me, and I was like, fuck it. This is kind of a fun game. So I rob him successfully.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the game, the rest of, I don't know, probably most of the game, Jeff just
revenge.
taunted and attacked me and sent the sheriff after me. And then he sent other things after me. And then he got my wife to join him and attack me.
Awesome.
So if you're looking for a fun game, Western Legends is great. If you're looking for a fun game to play with friends, don't invite Jeff.
Well, invite Jeff.
No.
Just don't purposely screw up all plans
right.
Jeff had made. And
It made me feel good that I screwed him over on this plan at the beginning. So it's okay, Jeff.
So nice.
I will tell you, though, when I'm playing a game, if the reason I'm doing bad is because you purposely did something to hurt me, you are not going to win the game.
Correct.
Because I will do everything in my power. If I can't win, and you're the reason I can't win, you're not going to win.
Sounds right.
Thing is, though, I hardly ever win these games. Not often. And so most of the time I just try and make chaos. That's all I do.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem is, like, threatening to be mean to you does not.
Doesn't affect me.
Huh.
Oh, I'm not going to win? Oh, well. I just did that. I just bombed India.
I'm
It's
going to
fine.
make my own game.
I'll show you.
That's right.
So, yeah. So it was a fun game night.
I'll
fun
be a
game night.
huckleberry.
I'll be a huckleberry.
That's right.
Let's see. Blake, what did you do this weekend?
I played Axis and Allies until I was drunk and tired at 3 a.m.
Most of the time you have to be drunk to play that game.
We were.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my buddy George. Was in town for the Western Southern tennis.
And what team was he?
He was the Allies.
Okay.
I was the Axis, and I moved more than 1 inch per hour.
Doubt it. I
Called
doubt it.
Blitzkrieg, bitch. That's right.
He moved 1.5 inches an hour.
Well, hour and a half.
Let me ask you this. So is he married?
Yes.
So was his wife there?
No, our spouses. He traded his ticket for that evening to my wife. So the wives had a night out at the Western Southern, and we stayed in, ate chicken wings, got drunk, and played Axis and Allies until 3 a.m.
Guys' night out. We're going to the strip club. Nope.
Guys' night in my basement.
We're going Axis and Allies. Did you play on your game table?
Yes.
Oh.
I was so happy. I got to move all my work stuff down to one end so we could actually play the game table. So, even though Jeff's already christened it. It's
Yeah, we played Dungeons and Dragons once.
Oh.
And then COVID hit. And then it was in my basement, and, life sucked for that at
Got
that
this
point in time.
beautiful new table
Yes.
to use and no one to use it with.
So what version of Axis and Allies?
It's turned into my home office, unfortunately.
It's a pretty expensive home office table.
So it's the 1941. It's one of the versions that's
Okay. How many?
that's got the extra countries on the map with Sahara dividing North Africa from the rest, and has more territories in Eastern Europe and Western Russia.
So you had to be on opposite teams?
Yeah, he was the Allies, I was the Axis.
Okay. So we're all speaking German now.
In Japanese.
In Japanese.
Well, it was a minor victory.
So
I had Europe, Asia, and I was moving into North Africa where we were in a stalemate. I lost all my Luftwaffe, all my ships, but I had
Your
Fortress.
Luftwaffe?
I had Fortress Europe, so he couldn't land anybody there without getting kicked off. Right back and forth, my Luftwaffe.
Your Lufas. Okay.
I lost my Lufas,
Okay.
and so I couldn't wash anymore.
So you
the
just
Germans
stopped
were
the game?
stinky. Yeah, that's right. Germans were stinky, and so basically I was landlocked to. And he had armadas, but he couldn't get enough troops there to do anything. And we had a standoff in the Western Pacific with the Japanese holding off the Americans. And if we kept, so technically I had a minor victory. And
So you played all that and you just got a minor victory?
yes,
Oh my God, this sounds like the worst game ever.
but you savor that.
Well, I don't know. We played, what,
savor
two and a
it.
half hours of Western Legends, and you got last place.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that. I play that game because it's like Grand Theft Auto on a board game. I just mess everything up. I went wanted. I was a marshal. I became wanted. So how many versions? So technically,
There's a lot of Axis and Allies
How many do
versions
you
out
have?
there now.
how many do you have?
I have the original. I got like 1942. I got Europe D-Day. I got then I got smart and said I need to stop buying these.
Okay, so
So
you
I
have the
just got
Lord of
the-
the Rings one.
No, but we have Game of Thrones Risk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
My son got Risk for Christmas.
Yeah.
and it came with 4 different versions.
Did it come with Roman numerals?
No,
No.
it did not.
Came with little men, cannons.
Yep.
And, okay.
But there's a game. There's
Horses.
a version that you can unleash a dragon, and I'm like, what is this? Like,
A dragon in 18th century Europe. Well, we're in the Crimea, and there's a dragon. There's no dragons in Crimea.
I think Japan may have won. If
There
they had
are
a
no
dragon.
dragons in Australia. Well, except for
Well, at least in your game, America's still speaking English because it was landlocked.
Yeah, I mean that's basically all I couldn't get to is the UC and the Americas in
USA.
in South
USA.
Africa. Although he had a factory in South Africa, but you can only make 2 units because of the industrial value of South Africa. Now, I had tanks coming in from Japan, and he had tanks coming up from South Africa, and he had his large American Air Force there. But I eventually would have won because I had more IPCs.
I really want to play this one night with you.
You should, actually. It is pretty fun.
Seriously, like, do you move more than like a quarter of an inch? Like, I'm not being smart.
You could probably move an inch per hour. It depends how slow you are.
How long did this game take you?
About 6 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, maybe in reality, yeah, maybe we really played for about 5 to 6 hours because we had to drink and eat chicken wings first, and then set it up. And then we had to decide how we could do stuff, and then
Chicken wings.
you get to the point where it's 2:30 in the morning, and you've been drinking, and you got to go to bed because he's got to go back to Western Southern all day in 100 degree heat, and you hit that just one more round. The famous last words, just one more round.
And then 2 hours later.
And 2 hours later. Yeah, exactly.
Jeff, what would you rather do? Play Axis and Allies 6 hours or sit in the 100-degree heat watching tennis?
Axis and Allies.
Okay. Just checking.
There's the poll, 1-0, unless you'd rather watch tennis.
I like tennis. Like, I like watching my daughter play. I have no desire to watch professionals.
I have no problem watching professionals. I have a problem with 100-degree heat watching professionals.
Yes. Because welcome to Cincinnati this week. Lows of 92 and highs of 97. It's awesome.
Oh, the thermometer on the back of my house hit 100.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
My oldest had soccer tonight.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
They cut it short by like...
And it's humid. That's the
Yeah.
worst part, too. It's not just hot. It's a humid hot.
I'll tell you one thing. We were under the patio area of it.
Yeah.
We roofed in, and I had a beer. I mean, it was really warm, though, man. Woo, it was rough. Just sitting there watching him like, oh, that's a rough one.
It was so difficult.
It's so tough.
Milk was a bad choice.
So, There you go. That was our thing. Did you watch anything this week? Anybody?
Yes.
Uh-oh, what'd you watch?
Well, I missed the Little League World Series, but for Hamilton, the Ohio team,
They had a rough game.
they won.
They won the first one.
They won their second yesterday, so they're going to play again.
Oh, that's their third.
They're going to play their third.
No. They lost 9-0 the other day.
Huh?
Yeah, Hamilton lost 9-0.
When?
Sunday.
No.
Nah, I'm going to find it. My son and I watched it.
Are they out?
No, it was a double elimination tournament.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I missed that score then. I missed that one. But I did watch some of the other Little League World Series and stuff, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a no-hitter in the Little League?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
I'm trying to think what's
the first no-hitter in a long time.
a legal no-hitter.
Legal
Illegal
no-hitter.
no-hitter.
Legal no-hitter. Yeah. So, but, no. So, Ohio's still in it, so that's cool.
Yes, they did win their second. But
Yeah.
Hamilton beat Louisiana 8-2.
Yes, that was the most recent game.
Unfortunately for Louisiana, the problem was they only had 6 players because no one else was vaccinated, so they all got COVID, so they couldn't play. It was kickball rules.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. There's no fans there except for family.
I don't have a problem with it, though. It's okay.
It's outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Science is a horrible thing, so let's skip science.
Well, we can have 60,000 people at a Bengals game, but
Yeah.
you can't have 1,200 at a Little League game.
My feeling is, though, outside of family, who the hell would want to go?
Baseball fans.
Watch other people's kids play baseball. That's not even real baseball.
I did on TV, for
I
crikey.
know. I don't understand it.
Crikey's sake. Well, I watched for about an hour, and I didn't watch all the games, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch them. But then the Indians and the Angels were playing their major league game there. For
Oh,
the
God,
Little
those are
League
the ugliest
Series.
uniforms ever worn in a major league game.
Yeah. Yeah, the uniforms sucked this year for the Little League World
they
Series.
did, yeah.
They're really horrible.
I mean, I'm like looking at them and thinking, these uniforms are worse than that San Diego Houston game from the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, my God. Yeah, how many pastels and oranges can you get in there? But yeah, it's like, the Little League World Series is like, it's COVID, fuck it, here's your uniforms. We're not going to put enough effort into this.
These were used from last year. Just throw them in.
Yeah, just do
Burlap
it.
sacks we have lying around. Put them on.
We have 8 types of paint, just paint them all one same color. There you go.
Yeah, the Hamilton game, they beat Tennessee 1-0.
Yeah.
They lost to, I forget who they played second, but they lost 9-0. And 4 of the players were like, they had 4 players in 2 innings. The other team, I forget who
Yeah.
they lost to. I think it was California. It's California. Hit it to the wall on a fly. And I'm like, my God.
Wow.
And then, it got ugly. But, yeah. I mean, like I said, you watch it. And I really enjoy watching it because I coach it, and my son likes baseball. So we like watching it, but it is like there's such a, like we've talked about last week, there's such a dramatic difference between, 4'8", 95-pound 10-year-old or 11-year-old and the 13-year-old that's 6'2", has a mustache and has, is always 220.
Well, they had, at the same time, there was a Little League softball World Series, and those girls are supposed to be 10 to 12. And my wife was watching that, and they're like, those girls aren't 10 to 12. She's like, there's no way.
No. Maybe they had to hit the age of 10 to 12 sometime in the last 2 years. Maybe that's it.
I have no idea.
I was 12 2 years ago.
But
you're in.
But the unfortunate kids that don't hit puberty, quote unquote, on time. You can tell which ones those are.
Every kid's going
the boys and the boys and the girls and so you can see these young 10-year-old kids in there in the dugout sitting on the bench having a good time, but then you see like the older 12-year-old kids out there on the field
smoking,
smoking, knocking up college women.
I've been practicing 7 days a week. The game's passed me by.
Is that a vaccination insurance? No, it's my roids. Get away from me! But I did also watch. I did pay $20 for the Green Knight.
And did you wish you had $20 back?
No, but a lot of people wish they did. And what is pretty funny is that. All right, so it's by Indie Studios A24.
Okay,
and I'm like, oh, A24. I'm like, I know A24. So of course, I had to look it up before I got here so I can talk coherently about the Green Knight. And this is the same independent artsy studio that did Midsummer that I like so much.
Yes.
And Under the Skin, and, with the naked Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
The weird movie, weird alien movie. And then also they had Ex Machina and stuff. So they're the artsy storytelling, independent studio. And man, I'll tell you what, if you love just good cinematography, you love good color, you love, for this movie, string orchestras,
Ooh.
You'll really enjoy it and appreciate it. And it moves at this is the other thing, it moves at a very slow pace, but it's, using an awful lot of, cinematography to set the mood and do, some weird fun stuff. And so if you go into this expecting a fantasy, they also did The Lighthouse that we talked about before. So, but this is in color. They really do very slow, pretty intense. I think the direction's pretty well. They, do enough. So if you go into this expecting a fantasy adventure showdown, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And I did it even though, both the twins who saw it in a theater were like, "Oh, this is horrible. It sucked. Don't rent it." And my wife left halfway in the middle. But I'm like, I paid $20 for this.
I'm going to sit and watch it.
But once you understand what's going on, and it's not the story of the Green Knight Sir Gawain and the Green Knight per se, exactly. It's kind of a good interpretation, and it's very artsy. And so, if you like that kind of stuff, you'll enjoy it. But it is kind of funny because when I initially saw the reviews for like on IMDb, it was kind of high. It was like 7 or 8. Lots of 7 and 8s and 9s. But the scores come down dramatically with 1s and 2s, and if you read some of those reviews, they're pretty funny. So I was reading those. I'm like, yeah, I understand it. But I was like, well, let me go look for a good review, that kind of like sets this off, because obviously, if you're looking for an action adventure, this is not going to be it, right? So here's the 1 9 out of 10 that I copied specifically. Said the authors of the negative review should probably stick to Fast and Furious movies. It's like the film is visually stunning. It is, and maintains an unsettling aura. It does, as you follow the protagonist on their journey. It's not an action movie. It's a movie that provokes thought. It does, and when it does so, it doesn't move very fast, and they're relying on colors and weird fun stuff. And it's like, go in with an open mind. You won't be disappointed. But if you read if you want to look them up, if you read the 1 or 2 star reviews, they're pretty funny, But it's one of those things. If you are the kind of person that like to go to, like, for example, a Cannes Film Festival and see non-mainstream movies, you'll like it. If you're expecting Fast and Furious, for example, you're going to be very disappointed. Or if you're expecting Lord of the Rings, you're going to be very disappointed. If you're expecting Star Wars, you're going to be very disappointed. So, if you like A24, if you liked Midsummer, yeah, it is kind of, and once that I connected A24 to the studio and The Witch, if you love The Witch, you love Midsummer, you can see the same production and style in this movie too, and appreciate it. It is an interesting. What I did read was the guy that directed this and wrote this was inspired by his of this idea when he was creating his Willow diorama. And I made the connection when he leaves, to go on his quest, to go meet the Green Knight a year later, because it's a story about more, chivalry, values and all that kind of stuff, and he comes to a crossroads with a hanging cage with a bone in it. I'm like, dude, that's the crossroads of Mad Mardigan. And then I read, he's inspired by the Willow. I'm like, there you go. That's why.
New York Times review said it was Monty Python and the Seventh Seal. Interesting.
That would be an interesting way to do it, to talk about it. Like I said, if you love stunning visuals and cinematography, and you're not going to be disappointed, know. The dialogue is minimal. It relies a lot on image and mood and weird things that happen on the way.
It's 2 hours and 5 minutes. It so far has made $14.7 million in the U.S. just looking at some of the reviews
Yeah.
on this is audience reviews
Oh, yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes. The one guy gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. He didn't like it too much, but he also reviewed his former reviews.
Wait a minute. 2.5 out of 5 is not liking it very much?
I guess not.
That to me says it's a
B minus.
middling. Yeah.
I was left a bit disappointed and conflicted, but I still recommend it. So,
Okay.
but I don't know if I trust him. He also a month ago reviewed The Patriot from 2000. You just saw it now. He also a year ago gave
But what did he give The Patriot?
4 stars.
Oh, God. Okay. No, I don't trust
He
his
gave
opinion at all.
Disney's A Christmas Carol, the bad one with Jim Carrey,
Oh, Jim Carrey one? Okay.
4.5 stars. He reviewed that a year ago. I don't trust him. He gave The Last Jedi 2 stars. Sorry. Nope, don't trust you. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't trust any of his.
Matthew P. says 1 star, convoluted, sorry, boring and self-indulgent as fuck. I almost fell asleep. Let's see
Yeah,
what else he wrote.
There's a lot of those comments are in there. But like I said, if you're going in for an action adventure, you're not going to get it.
This is the only movie he's ever reviewed. He
Yeah.
was so pissed off. Tim J says most overrated, wacky, meaningless films I've ever wasted my time to watch.
Yeah.
Let's see what he wrote.
Yeah. I mean, there's a scene in there with walking giants that I'm like, what purpose does this serve?
Ooh, are they
I
ants?
don't understand it. No.
I
Oh,
didn't say trees.
But you don't know if there's a scene before this where he's starving in the forest because he's lost and he's been robbed, and he does eat some mushrooms and he vomits those up. So I don't know if that scene he's still supposed to be hallucinating from the mushrooms. I mean, the weird talking fox may give it away. I don't know.
what'd the fox say?
But okay, so it's got Dev Patel in it. It's got Alicia Vikander. She was the Lara Croft reboot lady.
She was in Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Yeah,
Machina.
she was also in that. It's got Sean Harris in it. It's got Kate Dickey. You'll recognize from the Game of Thrones.
No, I love her in Game of
That's
Thrones.
right. Throw the evil man through the moon door, mommy.
I loved it.
Yeah, exactly. Ralph Ineson, and of course it's got Erin Kellyman, who's all of a sudden showing up in everything. She's in it too, and of course Joel Edgerton.
Hold on. We'll move on after this, but I had
Yeah.
to read this.
I told you the reviews are funny.
Charles L.
Yes.
1 star. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in a long time.
I've ever seen in a long time.
Boring and a nearly non-existent storyline. I went out of my way to write this because I wanted to save anyone else who was considering watching this. Please do anything else. Please do anything else. Please do anything else would be better use of your time. That's a horrible sentence. Stay away. Let's see if Charles...
What else has Charles reviewed?
Let's see here. He reviewed Rise of Skywalker. Oh, God.
What did he give Rise of Skywalker?
5 stars.
What?
I don't know what all the bad reviews are about. Completely an out-of-this-world awesome movie. My kids, 12 and 14, loved it. Go see the movie on a big screen. It's totally worth it. Joker, 3 stars. Just okay and fairly predictable. Triple Frontier,
Well,
average and predictable.
I knew it'd go insane.
I don't know what Triple Frontier.
I don't either. 2.5 stars. Average and predictable. Needed more twist. But that's not the story. We're not making an M. Night Shyamalan movie just to make an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Is this Sean Kuhn from Pittsburgh Nerd? Alita, Battle Angel, 4 stars. Great fun. You have to see it on the big screen. Stop forcing me to go big screen.
So
No,
if you watch
Sean
it,
would have given Alita 5 stars.
yeah. So if you watch it on the small screen, it's gonna suck. Right?
1 star.
1
I don't know
star.
why it's on a 19-inch screen. It's not realistic. Sorry, sir. I love Star Wars. You lost me at 5 stars for Rise of Skywalker. So his thing is Rise of Skywalker is better than Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much saying Rise of Skywalker
Yep.
is the height of Star Wars movies.
Yes. That's a tough call. I love Last Jedi. I wouldn't even say that's a 5-star movie.
But yeah, there are some really great 1 and 2 star reviews in there if you go read them.
Did any of them say this guy's eating a sandwich who were giving him 1 star?
No.
Jeff, you got anything real quick? Ted Lasso?
Well, no one to talk about it with.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I mean, there was a new episode last week. There'll be a new one this week.
Okay.
So.
Well, I saw Spider-Man into the Spider-Man No Way Home
The
trailer.
I was going to say.
Did anybody watch the trailer on a phone?
Yes. I watched it on my phone, but it wasn't on a phone.
On a phone?
So 2 nights ago.
I watched what you posted. I watched it on our
No,
website,
not that one.
on our Facebook.
So that one was the legal one that came out.
Oh, is this the one on Scarlett Johansson's phone?
It's not, but everybody says it is. So this Monday night, because it came out today, the trailer. Monday night, or Sunday night even, it was leaked, okay? But it was from a visual effects studio that does all the work for them.
Yeah.
So they don't think that, because the funny thing is they have like the name on it, the watermark.
Oh.
Of the guy that does the special effects for this company. It was his name on it, on the watermark. And they said it wasn't him that released it. You would have to be a dumbass. Basically, someone took it from his computer and filmed it. Well, the funny thing is, it was a special effects studio. So, like, 80% of the special effects aren't even on it. It was like a really rough cut.
Really?
It's the same trailer.
But without the special effects?
Instead of, like, the train flipping on the one scene, it was just, like, big white blocks moving.
Okay.
So they had, like, that stuff. Because they really didn't have a subway train flip, elevated train flip. It was odd. I thought they would. I thought it would be realistic.
I mean, it wasn't real?
No, it wasn't real. What? It wasn't real.
Well, it's fake.
I'm not saying
now.
I'm not saying I saw that
Fake.
illegal copy that went out. I'm just saying that's what people have been saying. But the best part is somebody filmed it on a phone, watching a phone, on a phone. It was like 3 or 4 versions of a phone. And so...
Yeah, it's like the Chinese black market movies we get in Afghanistan.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Where I'm actually watching a video camera with people's heads in the way.
Someone's standing up. And
They do. They get up and they walk across the screen. You're like, damn.
The best part is like the Twitter response to like the 1-star reviews.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, I watched the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. I don't know what happened. I think that was Spider-Man. It could have been Daredevil. I'm not sure. Like nobody knows because it was just so small. But so because of that, Sony started taking it down, obviously, throughout the internet. And so they released it today. It was a good trailer. I like it. It has Doctor Strange in it.
yes, it has Doctor
And
Strange.
now because he gave...
Or Steven.
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 You don't have to call me sir. We saved the world together. Yeah. Okay, Steven. Still weird.
But I'll allow it.
So they are now... This is the best part. I love fanboys. Blake, that can't be Doctor Strange because he made a spell so everybody forgets he's Spider-Man, but then it screwed everything up. It's a multiverse. Who do you think Doctor Strange really is in this?
Did Doctor Strange himself
It's
also
Mephisto.
forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man too?
That's a good question. No. What did you say,
Is it-
Jeff?
It's Mephisto.
It's Mephisto. There's now theories online about Mephisto.
After Mephisto didn't come in WandaVision.
There you go.
Well, it was Mephisto who did that in the comic
Or
books
in Loki.
to take away
Correct.
Peter
But
Parker.
you know why? There's a sign when he's walking into the school and everybody knows he's Spider-Man.
That
and
says,
it says,
devil.
yeah, the devil is Peter Parker. And so they're like, oh my God, it's him. And Doctor Strange smirked one time. That can't be him. It's got to be Mephisto. I'm like, calm down, people. Calm down. And you know what the best part
The
is?
worst part is if they turn out to be right.
You know what the worst part is? They're going to look at it. It's going to be Mephisto, and everybody will be like, "That was so dumb. Why did they do that? I don't understand."
God, I predicted that when I saw the trailer.
God, get better.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
It looks good.
I mean, I love the Easter eggs that they put in there. You know, the people are like, we think we saw Daredevil.
Yeah,
You know.
he is in a black costume, Spider-Man. He is in the black costume when he's running. There's a sign in the background for Feast, which is like a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
And that's where Miles Morales lives. And they're like, that must mean Miles Morales is in it. Or it's just a fun Easter egg sign.
Yeah.
I would love Miles Morales.
Well, it's even,
It was like, it's a multiverse thing. So yeah, they can show a clip of him running in the background.
Yeah.
and it mean nothing to the plot
Correct.
other than that's another multiverse version of.
Because Electro, Doc Ock.
he
Green
make himself
Goblin.
known. The Green Goblin bomb is
Yep.
there.
He saw the Green Goblin Bob. He
and-
saw Doc Ock himself.
And the farmer's insurance agent guy, his voice for James Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
We are farmers. Bum,
Now,
bum, bum,
J.K.
bum.
Simmons
No,
did J. Jonah in 2 different universes.
Yeah.
Correct. And so you hear him talking about, public enemy number 1, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah, that's farmers.
And also, is your car
farmer's
flipped over
guy.
by Spider-Man? Spider-Man, we've handled that. Call farmers.
Been there, done that, seen it. Seen it before.
Damn.
Covered it.
Public
Covered
enemy
it.
number 1.
Thanos kill half your family. Covered it.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
We are farmers. We are now bankrupt because we covered half of the people that got.
They wouldn't cover Thanos because it was a war or an act of terrorism. It's not covered.
That's right. Act
Look
of
in your
terrorism.
I'm
insurance.
going to argue that's not an act of terrorism. That's an act of balancing out nature.
That's an act of God, so that's not covered.
Kind of what COVID's doing right now.
Down the You know what? Let's get into that. No, it's not covered. Check your insurance policies, people. War, act of terrorism, riot,
Yeah.
civil unrest, not covered.
Yeah.
So just to let you guys know. Supposedly Scorpion's in an Easter egg back there too, and everybody knows Michael Keaton's coming back. So
Yeah.
it's a Sinister Six. Cool. They said Sandman might be in it. Thomas Hayden Church is
I was
on
in
it.
church.
I didn't try to kill your Uncle Ben. Shut up. My
They
God.
dropped the ball on that.
That whole movie. So speaking
I
of that,
didn't dislike Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman, but the story of, he's the one that actually killed Ben. And
yes.
yeah.
So speaking of that, we had Twitter poll of the week at Bad Ideas Podcast. Which returning villain are you most excited to see in Spider-Man: No Way Home? Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Electro with Jamie Foxx, or, oh God, this might be worse, Rhino.
I voted for Rhino. We didn't get enough Rhino in the first movie. He was in.
No, you didn't.
Just a 3-minute scene of.
I appreciate everybody. This was not a poll that was up for a long time. Intern fax machine screwed up and only put it up late yesterday or yesterday morning, I think. But within a span of I guess the Spider-Man leak worked because we had like 100 votes within like 10 minutes, and it just kept going. So we appreciate that.
Boom.
Let's see. In last place, Electro, 5%. 5%.
See,
That's
more
not
of us want to see Rhino than Electro.
Jamie Foxx did say he is not blue in this one, so that's positive. Rhino is in third place with 6%. And then winning 50% to 39%. These two were tied for a long time. Dr. Octopus above Green Goblin. I'd much rather see Ned as Hobgoblin than Green Goblin back in, to be honest.
Ned?
In the comic books, he's Hobgoblin.
Oh, I didn't know it was Ned turned into
Yep.
Hobgoblin.
And he got into shape.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He lost weight. I would like to see him as Hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. It still could happen.
Yeah.
Especially because he's going to forget that Peter was Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. Peter Parker doesn't want the spell because he doesn't want people to forget he's Spider-Man. Can't he just go up to Ned and go, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man"? Now he knows
then he doesn't want to have to go through the explanation of it all.
correct. He said they're memories
Stop
of them together.
exposing the plot holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like everything that Peter and Ned did together, Ned won't remember it, so he won't really be that good of friends anymore.
Correct.
MJ wouldn't even give a shit about Peter anymore. She'd say, "Why are you talking to me?"
Correct.
No, they would forget the fact that he was Spider-Man, not the fact they wouldn't forget who he is.
No, they know who he is, but the everything that has to do with Spider-Man
But they were
about
friends
him, they'd
before
forget.
that.
Not as good of
MJ
friends.
wasn't that good a friend. Ned
It's
maybe,
true.
but then it's like, oh well, for the last however many years that we were best of friends, we were just okay friends because all the Spider-Man stuff would be wiped from their memory.
It's actually a really new take on The Graduate because 17-year-old Peter Parker is going to now hook up with Kirsten Dunst MJ, who's now
Oh,
40.
yeah.
So it's going to be very risque.
Tom Holland is not 17.
I'm Kirsten Dunst.
And I have no clue what you have against Kirsten Dunst.
I don't like her interviews. She seems like standoffish.
No,
So,
I like her
eh,
a lot.
nah. So there you go. There's your
Yeah, she
sugar
has a
for the week.
restraining order against me.
Everybody does. Don Cheadle has a restraining order against you.
Yeah, I like him too.
I did too. Hey, Emmy award-winning or Emmy-nominated actor Don Cheadle. Hey, can you recite your line you had in that show? Yo. Oh, that sounds good to me.
That's Emmy Award-winning caliber material there.
Anthony Mackie's like, I was in the whole show. No, sorry, Don Cheadle. Let's go.
Yeah, but he was not eligible to be a supporting actor because
That's
he
true.
was in the whole show.
That's true. Plus, you were gay with Bucky. We can't allow that. What?
What? It's like giving DiCaprio that Oscar for not for like a good movie like The Departed or something, but he gets molested by a bear, hardly speaks, just walks around in the forest.
The Revenant.
That's an Oscar.
Give it to
The
him.
Revenant.
He also did it for Gilbert Grape. That was supporting though.
Yeah.
By seeing Gilbert.
Could he do that role today?
No.
Not in this atmosphere.
Tropic Thunder cannot be made in this
No.
atmosphere.
But that's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, I'm just going like the.
Oh, we could go through a lot of stuff.
I think we have before.
We can't even host a game show.
That's true. We'll get to those. Speaking of eating, we got new Oreos this
Yeah,
week.
I was wondering if we're going to get to this. I've been looking at these.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's see here. There we go. We got Boo. Hey, Jeff. Boo.
No, was this a Medea?
The Medea
Halloween.
Boo Oreos.
I do have a problem with this.
Yes.
It's not even September,
No.
and they're pimping Halloween stuff to me already.
Starbucks has the pumpkin spice out this week.
Damn pumpkin spice.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's
Are they doing it for the Dune release?
When is that coming out?
Pumpkin spice should be out all year long.
Ugh. When's speaking of spice? Yeah, when is Dune coming out?
I don't know.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It takes 6 weeks to watch it.
Yeah, it'll be longer than the Green Knight.
1 star. Too much sand.
I hate sand.
It gets everywhere in my crevices. I don't like sand.
They wore the same black outfit all the time.
What's this giant worm? God. They copied that from Empire Strikes Back.
Everything was brown and black. I hate it.
God.
It was exciting when his eyes turned blue.
I like the trade negotiations better in Phantom Menace.
I like the Frogger scene from
Seinfeld better.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say the one with Obi-Wan and no, not Obi-Wan.
Are you having a stroke?
No, with young Anakin and
Pod racing?
No, they're doing when they're in the planet where they're
Rogue One?
manufacturing all the robots, the clones,
Rogue One?
the robots. What I can't remember.
Empire Strikes
No,
Back.
it's one of the shitty one,
That's
2
the
or
one where
3.
C-3PO gets his
Number 3.
head
Yeah,
swapped.
C-3PO gets his head swapped with a
Yeah.
stupid thing. You know, that's all that is a big Frogger scene with a lightsaber.
So back to the Oreos. Boo.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's not September yet.
Spooky
But I'll
Halloween designs.
I'll eat it.
Spooky.
They're orange, and they have a boo, a ghost on it.
I think there's a couple different designs.
Oh, is there?
This one says, Dare to Dunk. Ooh.
I got a cat, I think a black cat, and a moon and stars.
I got something that
It's
looks,
a Christmas tree.
That's supposed to be a black cat?
Maybe it's a Christmas tree.
I got something that looks like a witch.
It's a witch. Oh, it's a
face.
witch.
Yeah, a witch with stars.
That's a witch.
That's a... What?
Is it the witch with
You see
stars?
the broom? It's either there or she has a long penis.
Oh, she's going the other way.
I can
Okay.
see now.
Yeah, she has a long penis.
I was looking at it upside
Oh
down.
my God, it does look like someone with a large penis.
Doesn't it?
Or a Pinocchio nose.
Or they're getting impaled by a sword. I don't know which one's come out the other side.
Oh, here's the Dro Loth web.
So I'm going to take a bite first. Let's try
So
this.
I'm going for the boo.
Oh, you know what these are? These are paladins with lances. That's what these are.
Oh.
I love Paladin in Spider-Man comic book. He had purple pads on him.
I don't remember Paladin.
I'll show you a picture of Paladin.
That's quite all right. I don't need to see Paladin.
I just like Gary's, but no, I'm good. Yeah, there's Paladin.
Yay? I mean,
I have a lot of cushion on me.
I mean, he doesn't
He's
even
got two
look.
pistols.
Does Rob Liefeld make him?
He doesn't even look like what I would think a paladin would look like.
Was he a musketeer?
He looks like he's like, I don't know, snake something. I don't know, some cobra related thing.
Cobra.
He looks more like a snake than a paladin to me. is what I'm
Just
saying.
Looks more like the scorpion in purple.
Yeah,
Okay, scorpion.
Yeah.
That's probably what I meant.
he
by
is a
snake.
Scorpio. Yeah, Oreo did not lie on the cover. Same taste, orange colored cream. Yep, same taste. Not much of a change here.
It's an Oreo.
Well, Jeff.
Slightly different. That whatever you get that artificial food coloring taste, it is there.
Yeah.
If you really look for it.
I mean, it's good. It's an Oreo. But is it
no-
better than the Moon?
It's no pumpkin spice.
Oh.
Well, like I said, the moon were the moon ones the ones that tasted like Lucky Charms, or
Yeah, yeah.
These are better than the Lucky Charms ones because these are just the regular taste.
Yeah.
But I mean, all it is an orange color.
So we still have not had apple cider donut Oreos.
Yeah, aren't those supposed to be out?
Yeah, we've had s'mores and Java chip. I'm just trying to see, and we haven't had Brocchio, the Brocchio ones.
But Jim claimed he had, but
Yeah, those are cookie dough, brownie, and original Oreo, which sounds amazing. They have a gluten-free Oreo, which we have to try.
I'll see
Gluten-free.
what it tastes like.
Rainbow Oreos.
Those are just different color.
Oh, okay, never mind
I
then.
think.
And 5 cool winter designs, Oreo Joy. Just to let you guys know. And gingerbread. Did we have gingerbread this
We've
year?
tried gingerbread before.
Okay.
I don't think we liked it.
No, well.
It wasn't carrot cake or anything. But
Tiramisu, we forgot about that one. We did try that one.
yeah, I didn't like it.
So there you go. Chocolate marshmallow is going too. So yeah, there you go. We'll be back next week along with more Oreo tasting. All right. Let's see here, Blake. What do you got for listener feedback over there? While I chomp on my boo.
Yeah, it's time for our bomb listener feedback. Sponsored by more Britney Spears topless photos on Instagram. Let me prove I can take care of myself and don't need a conservatorship. Oh yeah, here's topless pics of me. To prove my point.
Stop making sense.
All right. Yeah, listener feedback. Starting with that one guy we start all the time with,
Number 1 fan,
Ape hands,
formerly known as
Doug.
7.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Big D.
Yeah.
They call him Big D. Comes in the Hobie Studios, Big D. Daddy to Brian the intern, Little B.
Big D, Big D, Big D.
His wife calls him, get your ass over here. All right.
His wife calls him Medium D.
Little D. All right, anyways. From Doug. Number 1 fan.
Big D.
Big D. Hey, there's no numbers on any of these listener feedbacks this week.
No, there
You're
isn't.
just giving me names.
Fax machine did not have enough ink.
Oh, okay. Right
So-
now. All right, so anyways, Big D. Sounds like the series Schmigadoon. Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an Apple Plus or Apple TV Plus series.
Okay, is just a ripoff of Disney's Channel's Teen Beach movie. 2 teens end up in a 1960s beach movie. Shocking. People copying Disney again.
I don't
That's what he
understand
says.
what Doug is talking about. How can going to a fantasy middle-age setting be just the same thing as going to a 60s beach movie? They're totally different.
Do they dance and sing songs?
Yeah.
All right. Completely different.
But one is in a fantasy, medieval castles and whatnot setting, and the other is in a 60s beach party.
So,
I can't see any similarities between those.
so you're in a fantasy world? I'm in a fantasy world.
I don't
The
know.
Madonna song? Never mind.
Oh my Lord! Seriously, that's what you were trying to sing?
Yes.
You're trying to sing "Material Girl."
Yes. I'm
Calling it a
material
fantasy
girl
world.
in a fancy world. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like Britney Spears' Instagram account.
Speaking of singing, I did. My daughter was having spelling words today, and one of the spelling words was help. And every time she said it, I was in the background going, help! I need somebody.
But you don't
Help!
like the Beatles.
I need somebody. I know. I was kind of scared. I was. I need somebody.
Is that the only line you know?
Oh, yeah, God, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Help! I need somebody. And then my 5-year-old goes, here we go again.
There you go. All right. So, yeah, Schmigadoon. Completely different, even though they dance and sing songs on the beach with a beach fire.
Oh, but they don't sing songs on a beach fire in Schmigadoon.
Oh, no, they don't?
No, they're not on a beach. They're in a castle.
I thought they were they're ending up in a 1960s beach movie.
No. The Teen Beach Movie, they end up
Yeah.
in a beach movie. Schmigadoon, they end up in like a medieval castle.
The Green Knight?
Could be. It's probably closer to the Green Knight than it is to Teen Beach Movie.
Oh. Okay.
Very disappointed in my Kroger's. I was trying to do the click list where they pick it out for you and that. They don't have the apple cider donut Oreos and the gluten free. You got to walk into the store and buy them yourselves.
It says that. We
Yeah.
will not pick them for you. You must come in and get them
That's what it
yourself.
says. That's what it says.
Come get it yourself.
I'm looking at Amazon. I will have these.
Lazy bastard.
What else we got?
Heaven forbid you set foot in a grocery store.
God, no. I don't want to leave my house.
Jeez. All right. Yeah. Don't want to leave the studio.
No.
Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. Congrats on joining the 400 Club.
Thank you.
Just think, 300 more, we can be in the 700 Club.
Ooh, we can be with who? Robertson?
I don't know.
Pat
but,
Robertson?
Yeah. You know, we could put ugly makeup on Jason and he can do his own Megan.
I'm Megan.
Thanks for that.
Broadcast in 1966. It's a news magazine featuring guest news, music, testimonies, and spiritual stories from a Christian perspective. Let's see here. Yeah. There you go.
Do you think, this is coming more from the Pittsburgh Nerd, do you think independent podcasts will die off due to more and more companies getting into the podcast game and, you know, big corporate sucks? Or will we always be the pirate radio of the internet?
As long as we're willing to sit here and talk to the small audience that will listen.
All three people.
Yeah. Well,
A
then
little
we'll,
more than that.
Doug, Pittsburgh Nerd, Bob, and Dev.
and Professor number
So, well,
one.
at least we got 5.
No, I think they're going to have two groups. Like, there's always the super rich, like Joe Rogan, who gets $700 million or whatever, and then you got everyone else, which is always makes me laugh because, like I said, you know, we've talked about like everybody gets into podcasts and think they're going to be rich. Why I don't know.
No.
And unless you're a celebrity, you're not going to make money off
you
a
have
podcast.
you pretty much have to be famous.
Yes.
Before you have a podcast to have a famous podcast.
And if you don't, you got to be either a life coach or
no, but are those famous though?
they're not.
Do they get
they're not famous, but they're always in the top 10 of iTunes. Get over it, people. Come on.
But I mean, there'll always be people wanting to just listen to, you know, an everyday man. They don't want to listen to the Hollywood overproduced crap.
the corporate shell.
Exactly.
Yeah, corporate sucks.
Yeah. Why listen to them when you can listen to Torch Boy over here? Hey, Torch Boy.
Yeah, Torch Boy. Yeah. Get that guy that's on fire. Yeah, that guy. Torch Boy. Hey.
Sylvester Stallone. Give me him.
Yeah.
Give me him. He's a horrible actor.
By the way, we're sponsored by the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Yes, we are. Cincinnati Comic Expo this week.
Oh, what a great segue into an advertisement.
September 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Duke Energy Convention Center. Hobie will be working with the panels and having some booths there, and be introducing playing games in between the panels too. So get your games, or come over there, play some trivia. Why? Because I got a shitload of Funko Pops, and there's rumors that we're going to get some other great gift stuff to give away. Gift cards from local comic book stores. So get ready. So there you go.
Cool.
Yep. What else?
We ever get a big paycheck, get ready for my mileage reimbursement claim.
Will do.
for my per diem.
Gotcha. What else we got?
Next one is just from Bob. Bob. Just B-O-B.
Bab.
Bob. He says, I think Hobie should start a petition to get Will Ferrell to host Jeopardy in character as Alex Trebek.
We'll get to that story in a second.
Bob? Is he a long-term listener?
He is.
We've joked about this all the time.
I will say
Which
that
he wants us to, which is
I
what he
think
wants
Bob
us
is
to
whenever
get.
Jason wants to ask a question from a listener.
that is not
he
true.
Just claims it's
I
Bob.
actually do have a Bob. We do have a Bob.
Bob.
We do have a Bob. This is actually Bob. He's your friend too.
I know Bob.
Okay.
I don't know
He
Bob.
sends me questions, and so this is one of them. I'm fine with Will Ferrell as a host. Why? Because it's obviously better than Mike Richards at this point.
Well, I think they would like some more time to pass by before they brought him in.
True.
In a humorous interpretation.
True. What else we got here?
You know what that means? It's time for Dev, the Psy guy. He's another big D,
Yep.
by the way. How important?
We're full of big
We're
Ds.
full of big Ds. How important? Actually, you know what? Listener feedback next week. Can we actually have somebody call in with a handle Big D?
Yes, I will
right,
work. I'll
there you
send
go.
something out on Twitter.
Anyways, and it doesn't have to be a dick joke related either.
Nope, just
No,
big D
just-
joke.
Yeah. From Dev, our Psy guy. He says, how important do you have to be considered assassinated and not just murdered?
I think you got to be in government, right?
No, like they call John Lennon as was an assassination.
Really?
Yep.
I think his music is an assassination.
Ooh.
I think if you are
I get
killed for like a political or like cultural reason, like you're killing someone not because I want that person dead, but I'm trying to prove a political point
An
or
ideological-
a cultural point, an ideological point.
like Anna Nicole Smith. She was assassinated.
Yeah.
She was
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Brittany Murphy.
No, she just died.
No, there's a conspiracy.
Ooh, tell me about it.
I don't really even care anymore.
Damn.
You're the one that's into these real life crime
She
stories.
was murdered because she was slowly poisoned, is what they said.
But that's murdered, not assassinated.
Yeah, and then the boyfriend or the husband died 6 months later, and then he was poisoned. Why, I don't know. Rumor is, the one documentary said that was because somebody in her family close to her wanted her money. So,
See, that's a murder.
murder in Savannah.
Murder, she wrote.
I think part of it is due to the how do you put it? The reason for the killing.
Okay.
If it's like a personal, as in like, yeah, I'm doing it for money or revenge or whatnot. That's not really an assassination. If I'm doing it because I want to put my beliefs out there for people to know, and you're doing it that way, then yeah.
Okay. Good job, Jeff. I like that answer.
Very good. Thank you.
And now it's probably 100% wrong.
Nope. We're
Oh,
right into wrong.
Until proven wrong. That
That's right.
is the
We're
official
right.
definition.
You're absolutely right.
Blake, what do you got? Wrap this up.
Next one, we always, the butt end of listener feedback, the
But
tail end, the one that we always end up wiping everything else up with, is from Professor Number One and Doctor Number One. Says, can I give Jason 400 spankings?
Consecutively?
yeah, that's usually how it works. Oh, or did you want
One a day.
one a day for 400 days?
Yeah. What would be worse, 400 spankings in one sitting or just getting one a day? It'd be kind of annoying after like day 2.
Well, I mean, this is kind of the
Well, you'd have to see Professor Number One for 400 days straight to get one spanking.
Or sit with him for 6 hours for 400 spanking.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is kind of the slap bet from How I Met Your Mother. It's like, did you want 10 slaps right now or 5 slaps spread throughout whenever?
Or 3 belt lashings when your dad gets home.
Oh,
Is the anticipation of getting hit, once every so often worse than one big repeated pain?
How long would it take to dole out 400 spankings?
Probably an hour.
talking less than an hour?
So it depends on how tired your hand gets and your arm gets while giving the spanking.
Correct.
And
And,
if your
are you
hand-
doing
yeah,
hard spankings, or are you just doing light butt
Your
taps?
hand might get sore.
You doing butt taps?
You know,
Yeah.
after a while it'll sting your hand, and you know you
Well,
won't
that's
even feel
only
it on
if
the
Jason is
butt.
pantless. That's only
Oh,
if
I
he's
plan to
wearing.
be.
That's only if he's wearing assless chaps.
I plan to be. Why are they assless chaps?
All chaps are assless by definition.
Otherwise, they would be called jeans.
Or leather pants.
Oh, that's true, too. Okay. Jeff, give me some news of the geek music.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
First off, I want to say happy birthday to Jim.
Yes, his
Late
birthday.
birthday.
Late birthday.
One day
Belated.
behind.
Belated.
So happy birthday, Jim. Happy birthday, Jim.
He couldn't get here because he's too hungover. He's still recovering, right?
Yes, yes. He got his ARP card this week, so that was good. That was good.
You laugh, but I actually got one in the mail last week.
Ah! Because your birthday is coming up, too.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Oh, you going to be here?
Probably. Like I
Huh.
got something better to do.
Okay.
It's not like it's an all-star game or anything.
No. I mean, there probably will be a baseball game, so I could skip it for that if you want me to, but
You know, we were just talking about podcasting as a corporate thing. Maybe we are hitting the mainstream because Nisi wrote today that she cannot see a Twitter account. I guess something came up on social media about, hey, growing up in the 80s and 90s. Did anybody else watch this show as a kid? My wife and I are 5 years apart, and she never heard of it. And this Twitter, growing up in the 80s, was gummy bears. And she wrote, every single time I see this on one of those Remember This posts on Facebook, all I hear is Jason singing, good Lord, all night
how
long.
does someone not remember the gummy bears? Unless they're older end of Generation X.
Well, Randall Holt responds, I still can't look at a croissant without hearing Jason's Remy LaCroix voice. Oh, there is my croissant. Bring it on.
Hey, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 5
How
minutes.
you doing? I'm Remy Blake. Meow. Meow. Ooh, Remy doing Gummy Bear song. Gummy Bears.
How is that, Remy?
Gummy Bears. I am Remy LaCroix. Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears. Where do they live? My vagina. Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears. How long do they come? I don't know. I am Remy.
Okay, write down the lyrics before you decide to sing it so you're not going off
Gummy
the
Bears.
cuff.
Gummy
If you could recite that while doing a hula hoop, like Remy LaCroix,
Gummy Bears.
then I'd be impressed.
Gummy Bears. I feel like I'm Fozzie Bear.
Gummy bears, waka waka.
Where do they live? Where's the gummy bear? Okay, now you sound like Animal.
Gummy bear. Gummy bear.
Doink, 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 gummy bear, doink, doink, doink.
Where they live?
Jesus Christ.
Introduce the geek.
I hope the listeners are having fun with this.
You ever think I may not be good at impressions?
It's only taken you 405 episodes to realize that.
Maybe I'm not as good. Every time America's Got Talent advertises for auditions next year, I keep telling my kids and my wife, I'm going to go on as impressions, and they're like, please don't. Please don't. Please. Michael Winslow is on this year. The Police Academy actor.
Hasn't he already been famous?
I get. He's like, I still have a lot to give. And like he did his audition, they put him through.
And did he do like helicopter noises?
Yes.
And
Yes. And he was like 65 years old, 63 years old. I'm like, oh, this is just sad. Like, and it wasn't even funny. Like, that's about it.
He can make his own buzzer sound.
That's about it. Good job, Jeff. Good job. Percy and then No, I'm throwing the news. I think he has animal. My God.
CNN! Ah!
Mike Richards, who was announced as a brand new host of Jeopardy.
CNN!
God. What was in these Oreos? Those were edibles.
It must be the spice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got marijuana Oreos this week. My bad. It's a new flavor.
Oh, you gave some to your children.
That's fine. They'll sleep tonight.
It's medicinal.
That's right. Mike Richards, who was announced as a brand new host of Jeopardy, I'll take it from here, Animal, just last week said Friday he has stepped down and the show is reverting to guest host for the time being. Why not? Well, that actually isn't true because now Mayim Bialik, she's now taken over for the next few weeks.
Well, she's the first guest host, and I guess either they'll do more guest hosts or they will find a permanent replacement.
His stunning announcement, not really, came 2 days after the Ringer website exposed a litany of offensive comments from his past. It, quote, "It pains me that these past instances and comments have cast such a shadow on Jeopardy as we look to start a new chapter," he said in a memo. Jeez, oh, Pete.
The problem is I don't think they'll ask me after listening to some of our shows.
We have a warning at the beginning, okay?
I think we're all out.
Jim isn't. Nobody's heard from him in ages. So he might be in the running.
Well, see, I think part of the problem is that he's making jokes and comments to people he knows and familiar with, and they're inside jokes. But you're putting out there in the air for everybody to listen who doesn't understand the context in what you're doing, and so therefore anything you do or say is, can be misconstrued as horrible.
The production of the new season began on Thursday, which means some episodes with Richards as host has already been taped. Whoops. Friday's tapings have been canceled. He wrote in the memo that Sony will now resume the search for a permanent syndicated host. In the meantime, we will be bringing back guest hosts to continue production for the new season, details of which will be announced next week. Shocking revelation, Dr. Oz has now hijacked the show and is now the host.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. You go after Mike Richards, you might get Dr. Oz.
Yeah, how does that guy become a guest host? Have you seen this guy's litany of offensive things?
Exactly.
Hey, you see this thing? You put it on your navel and you lose 100 pounds. Guaranteed. I'm not a snake oil salesman. I'm not a crook. The memo indicated that Richards will remain the executive producer of the show. That's awkward. He said to the staff, "I want to apologize for each of you for the unwanted negative attention." Oh, fuck you. I'm tired of your apology. The loss of trust and confidence came as a result of Claire McNear's reporting for The Ringer. She's the author of a recent book about Jeopardy and the late Alex Trebek. She found Richards' old podcast, for example, in which he made derogatory remarks about little people, Jews, people receiving unemployment benefits, and sexist comments about women. He repeatedly used offensive language and disparaged women's bodies. He took down the podcast episodes. That's not how it works, sir. If somebody downloaded it, you can still get at it. And apologized, saying, "My attempts to be funny and provocative were not acceptable. Maybe you just weren't funny." He said he intended to live up to his obligations as a role model as the new Jeopardy host. That didn't work. After 24 hours, his apology was not well received, and the Anti-Defamation League even weighed in, saying the Richards' disparaging remarks about Jews, women, and Asians are no laughing matter. Stereotyping is an entry point to hate, and his apology lacks acknowledgement of its harm. This reported pattern warrants an investigation. Sony, which produces...
What kind of investigation? Yep, he was an asshole.
Hey, did you download this podcast? Yeah, he said it. Okay. You're fired.
I'm going to fire myself. I can do that because I'm the producer.
You can't fire yourself.
But I get to
fire you.
But I get to be the producer still.
I still have that job, right? Yeah, okay. It's like Michael Scott when he took himself out of the running for the corporate job. I still have the job at the Scranton branch, right? Yep. That's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted. So there you go. Mayim Bialik, whatever.
Bialik? I don't know how you can't pronounce that word.
Didn't she have the lowest ratings of all the guest hosts?
No. It was Dr. Oz. Time out.
Or the second lowest rating.
Time out.
Then
You don't understand how I couldn't pronounce that?
Good point. I can't understand how after a summer of us talking about her about once a week, you still can't pronounce it.
Well, her show is not that good. Her TV show, her sitcom about cats or whatever.
Call Me Cat.
Yeah. Why don't you just quit that show and just be a Jeopardy host? I mean, let's be real.
That's where the real money's
going
to be.
I'm sorry about your luck. Let's see here. Per deadline. Lovecraft Country writer. Deadline! And showrunner Misha Green is creating a Black Canary movie for HBO Max. Green and Journey Smollett have thrown around the idea of further exploring the character in the world of Black Canary during press for Lovecraft Country, which was canceled after one season. Oh, that's a good sign.
Oh, I didn't know they canceled Lovecraft Country.
It's got good reviews.
It's on my list of things I want to watch.
No.
And, it's got good reviews. It's got a lot of Emmy nominations. I didn't realize it was canceled.
Did it start Don Cheadle?
I don't
No,
think
they didn't have Don Cheadle, and that's why it got canceled.
Smollett.
Or they had Don Cheadle for one episode, 5-minute scene.
Yo. Smollett will reprise her role as superhero Diana Lance, a.k.a. Black Canary, who was introduced in Fantapolis, fashion in Kathy Yon's 2020 DC film Birds of Prey. That was a long sentence for that. In the film, Lance is introduced as a cabaret singer and a personal driver for Big Bad Roman Sionis, fighting alongside Harley Quinn and the huntress Helena Bertinelli. Oh, Valerie. She reveals her meta-human power of supersonic screaming. She is oozing with excitement about the film and pretty much confirmed things were in the works on social media. Smollett said, HBO Max is developing several DC superhero movies, including Batgirl starring Leslie Grace, Blue Beetle starring Zola Maradona.
Mariduena.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know how you get Zola for Zolo.
XOLO?
Yeah, it doesn't end in when it's an O.
Zolo. And a Black Superman series with producer Michael B. Jordan. While now to film the Green Lantern Corps
Isn't that
series.
that Torch guy?
Torch Boy! Get him in there! What's he doing being Superman? We can't have that.
They both wore blue unitards, right?
He's being a black Superman? Is that allowed? Get on the computer. Get on Reddit. Get on Reddit.
Did you wear number 1 and number 2 and number 3 or number 4 or a giant S on that?
Number 5. Number 5.
Oh, that's what it is. 5.
5.
5.
5.
Alien 5. 5. Alien 5, yeah.
Fire! Superman! While now to film the Green Lantern Corps series is also being developed at HBO Max. Green Lantern Corps sounds... I want to see that.
I'm glad we're amusing ourselves.
Yes.
For first-time listeners, they never heard our clueless Sony executive.
No, that was... sorry, I
Skits.
apologize. If you're joining us after 400 episodes, thank you. So...
What's wrong with you?
Hey, any episode could be someone's first.
That's right.
That's right.
Uh,
They'll have no clue what we just talked about.
So we do Sony executives. Torch Boy, yeah, get that guy over there.
Get that guy in there.
Where's Amy Pascal? She always had a nose for these movies.
Yeah, Amy.
I'll be in a second. I'm leaking emails.
Amy, what you want to do?
I'm leaking the new Spider-Man film.
What do you want to do?
Sony, fuck 'em.
I will leave you now.
I did like the memes going around that Scarlett Johansson was leaking the Spider-Man trailer. You won't pay me, Disney.
But it's not even Disney. It's Sony.
She's still like at home or her first or second week with her new baby. Well, she's got anything better to do other than leak Spider-Man films on her phone?
Yes. File lawsuits.
I don't know why your wife leaves you on Friday nights to play Axis and Allies. Jeff, hit me with some box office news.
Boom! Box office news. August 20th, 2021 to August 22nd, 2021. Number 1 at the box office this week is Free Guy. It made another $19 million, total of $59 million, on a $100 million budget.
I want to see this.
I'll eventually see it. It's not one I really want to run out to the theater to see. Not one I can watch The Green Knight at the theater.
1 star.
Number 2, Paw Patrol the movie. I didn't realize that came out this week. It made million in its opening weekend on a $26 million budget.
And it was on Paramount Plus for free.
Oh, so I can just watch it on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Did they remove the policeman dog so as not to offend people?
I'm shutting up. I'm not saying it. I have so many comments. Nope. Stop. Stop it.
It's a legitimate comment,
Stop
by
it.
the way.
Stop. I know it is, but I was going to make a smart ass remark, and I stopped because I want to be the host of Jeopardy. So I'm going to shut up.
Number 3, Jungle Cruise made $6 million, a total of $92.5 million on a $200 million budget.
How much of that budget did they spend on the water cannons you can shoot at them as they went by Frontierland?
180 million. It was really poor CGI. They just had the water cannons. That looked good though. Also made like 80 or 90 million just on Disney Premium, so I think it'll be fine.
And probably a lot money in international market.
We were at the grocery store the other day, and they had Luca, the Pixar film, on Disney. Sorry, the new Pixar film on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
And I'm like, who buys Blu-ray anymore? I'm not mocking you if you do, but it's rare. Like
People who care about the picture quality of what they have, because Bluray is better than
I just
anything
would love
you'll
to
get
see the
streaming.
Blu-ray totals, like for sales.
And once you buy a Blu-ray, you own it.
I agree.
It always can disappear from streaming.
Yeah.
Even if you bought it streaming,
Yeah, I
it
never-
could still you just are buying the right to see it as they let you.
Yeah,
You
I
can
never
still
understood
lose that.
why would you buy a movie to stream? You know, and I mean, it's not like you own it after that point.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Well, I mean, they make you think you own it,
Yeah, but once it goes away, it
but
could
once
go
it goes away or your
I
system
am
breaks,
still
or,
a strong proponent of physical media.
I'm not mocking people buying because I used to have tons of Blu, but it's just it was funny to me because I'm walking by, I'm like, oh god, they still have Blu-rays. Like,
I mean, if it's something I care enough about that I want to be able to see it whenever I want to, then yeah, I will buy it. Because you never know with streaming rights or whatnot, it might never be available
Correct.
when you want to see it. I mean, number 4 this week was Don't Breathe 2 with another $5 million, a total of $20 million on a $14 million budget.
I can't do an hour and a half.
Oh, good thing the movie's only 89 minutes. And number 5, Respect, RESPECT, made $4 million, a total of $15 million on a $55 million budget.
tell me what it means to you, Jeff.
Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
I just think of like 4 large chickens and toast, white bread.
That's not the song
Oh.
that's sung in that movie.
Dang it!
They sing that in Blues Brothers 2000, if you want to watch that.
What does she sing in Blues Brothers?
You
when they're in
Better
the diner?
Think.
Oh, you better think. Respect.
No, you better think.
That's right.
Think about what you're doing to me. You better think.
That's right.
Did he just become Jason?
He did. Blake had a Jason moment there.
I had a Jason moment right from the beginning when I confused 404 with 411.
Animal.
411. All right,
Respect.
that didn't work.
No. Jeff, what you got?
Upcoming August 27th, 2021. I suppose there's only one real big movie coming out, and that's Candyman.
Candyman.
The Candyman can.
It's actually
The Candyman can.
it's actually a documentary about the song Candyman.
Oh yeah, isn't it?
He
Peel-
mixes
isn't
it with
Peel's?
love and
Yeah.
makes the world taste good.
The Candyman can. Yeah, so Candyman's coming out. It's a sequel to Candyman. And
Is it a sequel or
I
a
don't know.
remake
I don't
or
know.
a
Why asking me?
reboot or a
I'm interested in
reshuffle?
seeing it. I'm not going to go
I
see
have
it.
zero desire to see
I like the
it.
Candyman series.
I didn't.
Well, I didn't ask you. So shut it, Trebek.
All right. So is this the third movie in the Willy Wonka trilogy?
Yes. Still not as scary as the original Willy Wonka, so it's okay.
That's the coolest scene ever in a movie, the boat ride in the original Willy Wonka.
Oh, God.
Man, that's awesome, man. I know.
Shows.
I don't know how children were scared by that. That was awesome.
That movie is awful. Let's see here.
That movie isn't good until they make it into the what do you call it?
Factory.
The factory.
Yeah.
Like the beginning part. Yeah, that's not good. But once they make it into the factory and Gene Wilder gets on screen, that's a good movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here.
I agree. 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Not as good as Rise of Skywalker. 7 stars out of 5. Best film ever. Okay, top 5 this week. Top 5. Top 5. Best comedies on television now. Television. Scared me there. Best television.
All right, I'm done with Animal.
Top 5 best comedies on television now. Streaming counts.
Muppet movie.
Muppet movie.
Muppet Shower.
So here's an issue. We need the intern back because the intern fax machine, sent out top 5 comedies on Twitter right before we started podcasting, and they didn't put currently. So we have a lot of top 5 from listeners that are everywhere. Wings is on there a lot.
Damn it, intern fax machine. Current was the prime word on the list.
Blake, pull that plug for the fax machine.
Blake said he was not going to interrupt the intern, and he just unplugged him.
Yes, he did.
Oh, shit.
What do you got, Jeff? What's your number 5?
Let me bring my list up here.
Okay.
With all due respect to Call Me Cat, it actually didn't make my list.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for a minute I thought you were going to say something insulting, because that's usually what you start off with all due respect. You're going to say something insulting. But anyways, go ahead.
But I'm saying right now the 5th best comedy, at least of those I've seen, because there might be good shows out there I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
That wouldn't have made my list, because obviously I haven't seen them. But at number 5, I currently have South Park.
Still. Okay.
I still think South Park does it.
Okay.
That, and there's not a whole shitload of good comedies out there.
Yeah, this is a tougher list than I thought.
Yes.
My number 5 is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Still makes me laugh. Still makes me laugh. Doesn't matter. I get it. Everybody be like, you're political. It's a funny. It's a funny thing.
It's funny. He's funny, man.
When he makes fun of pastors and the charlatans, like who's that douchebag? Kenneth.
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, Osteen, the salesman, car salesman. It's funny. So
Does that actually qualify as a comedy?
Yeah, I'm going with it. Political comedy.
Well, you know what? You can make your own rules up.
Yep.
That's the whole
We
point
didn't
of our
say
top
situation
5.
comedies, just comedy.
That's right.
Just comedy.
We just said funny.
His one of his first episodes about the Miss America pageant from years ago. Oh my God, still one of the funniest things I've seen. So, Blake, what's number 5?
I don't have one.
What?
Because I took your top 5 literally. It says top best 5 comedies on television now.
Yeah.
And I'm not watching any. So how can I make my top 5 list if I'm
Right
not
now,
watching
he's
any?
sitting at the microphone talking, not watching a comedy.
What's your
Is that
number
what you
4?
mean?
I don't have one.
Okay.
So he doesn't have a list. All right.
He didn't say that. He could turn on a comedy on his phone here in a minute.
He could.
That's right. I can think of one off the top of my head and it'd be my number 1.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
right.
Number 4 for me.
Because I am watching that on a weekly basis. I mean, if you're going to go with Last Week Tonight, then I can go with my number 1.
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Yeah.
My number 4 is L.A. to Vegas. It premiered in 2018. It's not on TV anymore, but damn it, it needs more love.
Well, then I can start off with Arrested Development.
What the hell? Seriously, Jason?
Dude.
We were talking current. Anything that has been officially canceled
Curb Your
was
Enthusiasm.
completely off my list.
Oh,
What
you
the
know.
hell is
That's
that?
why I didn't make one.
And Curb Your Enthusiasm, they're still technically making new ones.
Technically.
So that could be your number 2.
Oh, that'll be my number 2.
Well, we're coming back to it.
Yeah.
Or you can just put it at your number 4 because that's where we are.
I'll have to think of something else.
Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is the Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
That's a good show. That's a good one.
I really enjoyed
I
it.
should have
It
thought
made
about
me
that one
laugh.
more.
I went through. I made sure the shows I picked have not been canceled because there's some very good shows that were just canceled within the past year or two.
Renewed
that
for season
would have
2.
been on my list.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Cobra Kai.
Very good show. Very good.
Yeah, that's my number 3 too.
All right.
You bastard!
Put it on the board.
That's my honorable mention. Yes.
Sure.
My number 3
Yeah.
is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nine-Nine!
9-9.
Did you see the new episodes this year?
I don't watch the show.
Oh, fuck you.
I've seen about 2 episodes.
Oh, my God. It's a great show. Love it.
It's one I
seen
haven't got
commercials.
into. I probably would enjoy it, but I just never got into
First
it.
season is decent, and then it gets a lot better. No, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's hilarious. Just came back for his final season. So, yeah.
Maybe I'll wait till it's all done and then just binge watch.
You probably could. It probably would work.
Oh, yeah. Is that on something other than Hulu? I think that's a Hulu show.
Did it move to Paramount? Or, I mean, Channel 5? Channel
Peacock?
Peacock.
Oh, I don't have that either. so.
Okay. Blake, what's number 3?
Was that former Saturday Night Live guy that's an assassin who's trying to be an actor in Hollywood? Barry.
Oh, I never saw Barry. Heard
Good job.
things
Yeah.
about it.
Thank you.
Has that been canceled?
I don't know. Maybe they're coming out with a new season.
No, there.
I think they were coming out with a new.
Oh, then it counts.
Number 2?
That would have been Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My number 2 is the Orville. Love the Orville.
Thought about that. Just missed. That would have been a non.
Not going to be able to see it though. It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another problem.
God, I love that show. Great film. The best Star Trek show. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
the
Yeah.
best ever made. Yes.
Yeah. Number 2, Jeff?
My number 2 is What We Do in the Shadows.
My number 1.
Oh, shit. That's right. That starts up again.
Starts in like 2 weeks.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
September 2nd. I'm sorry.
Next Thursday.
Well, I hope in my number 1, and you got half of it.
Ah.
Put that one on the board.
Did you see the trailer? Put it on History of Bad Ideas.
Oh, I should look that up. I don't think I did.
It's pretty funny. God, I love that show.
Yeah.
I did officially finally order, because it was on back order on other sites,
Yeah.
I finally found it, my Jackie Daytona shirt.
You ordered the Jackie.
It should be here next week. Should be here next week just for the season premiere. It says human bartender. Yeah.
What's his name? The energy vampire.
Colin Ferguson.
Colin was they did the preview. Colin talking about the Zoom meetings and how he loves Zoom meetings.
Yes. Did you see the trailer? He catches fire because they're trying to do something. He catches fire and he's right on. Oh, help me! I'm just kidding. It doesn't hurt. He's just on fire.
Yeah.
And then Guillermo, he admits that he's the vampire slayer. Yeah. And then it's like, we welcome you into our vampire, covenant. I'm being a vampire? No. God, I love that show. My wife rolled her eyes when I said, it's coming back!
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your number 1, Jeff?
My number 1 is, there's no surprise, Ted Lasso.
I figured that was going to be your number 1.
Yeah. It's
So
the best show on television. Right?
My other number 1 was Real Time, Bill Maher.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Yep, that's still on.
Yeah.
My honorable mentions include Invincible.
Yeah, I couldn't take that as a comedy.
That's why it was honorable
I saw
mention.
it pop up on other lists, and I'm like,
But if you go by the Greek definition of comedy.
oh yeah, by Greek
there you go.
definition, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be a tragedy.
Well, hold on. I don't know.
Loki.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. Oh, House Hunters. House Hunters makes me laugh.
True.
I mean-
Especially when they introduce themselves and their jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
That's the
the
funniest
budget
part.
on their house.
And the budget. That's
I'm a
knows
French.
those jobs.
I'm a French mime in Columbus, Ohio. I'm sorry. What?
in the English Quarter.
What does your wife do? I'm a goat yoga instructor. Oh, okay. Part time. Oh, okay. How much is your budget? 202 million. I'm sorry. What?
2.2 million.
2.2. My bad.
I was like, 202 million?
Oh, we meant 2.2. Sorry.
We could buy Columbus. Let me get to some.
Some other people.
Yeah. Now get to the Twitter top 5 topic.
Let's hear about all these current shows out there that people love so much.
Intern Brian. Hackney. Had Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nine-Nine?
Well, I expect Hackney's to be right because
Yes.
he got the actual.
Yes. Tacoma FD from the guys of Super Troopers.
I don't dislike it.
It's Always Sunny in Philly.
That was I put South Park over It's Always Sunny.
That's my number 5.
I like how Blake made a list.
Yeah, he got a list done.
I got a list done.
I think you should leave.
I don't know.
No, I'm just telling you. I think you should leave.
I'm out.
And Ted Lasso. Honorable mentions. F is for Family. AP Bio. Bob loves Abby Shola.
He's the one who watches that.
Yes.
Okay. I almost said that as a joke.
Kevin at Cincy Explorer said, just would like to mention that Jason, it wasn't me, it was intern fax machine, didn't type on television now currently. Somehow I feel this will be brought up in conversation. Sir Reggie Scumbottom. He had MASH, Cheers, Sanford and Son, Friends, and Big Bang Theory. Technically, most of them are on TV still currently.
Those were all good.
Yep. Kevin had The Office, Seinfeld, Parks and Rec, Night Court, Ted Lasso, and The Office. Technically, all of them except Night Court are on TV right now. Currently.
Well, Night Court's on TV.
Somebody's got to be doing a Marky Post memorial.
It's on Pluto TV.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
Randall Holt had, in no particular order, Get a Life. Oh, with Chris Elliott. Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
Night Court, News Radio.
Jason's favorite.
MASH. And honorable mention, Cheers, Dick Van Dyke Show, Newhart, and Green Acres. Green Acres is the place
for me.
Oh, whatever.
You're both technically right. Just maybe not in the correct order.
I'm on the second line. I don't know.
Brian,
Oh.
had Big Bang Theory, Wings, Night Court, Friends, and Corner Gas. There you go.
Don't know Corner Gas.
Crimson Molda said, by decade or on TV now? My bad.
On TV now.
TV now. He said, if you did by decade, that's still too many to choose from.
There's so many decades. There's at least 7.
Yeah, how can we do a top 5 list when there's at least 7 decades to choose from?
Bad idea of the week, number 2012. 2011. 2012. Bad idea was actually the movie 2012. 2011 was letting intern fax machine take over the Twitter account. Don't do that. And then finally, names for the show, titles for the show. I didn't have many.
No, I didn't have many at all.
I had just one more round. I had You Better Think Respect because that was Blake's sentence.
You better think respect.
I don't think that's a word. Too much Big D.
I have We're Full of Big D's.
Oh, God.
And I want to be the host of Jeopardy. Those are my only options.
I lost on Jeopardy.
Baby.
Did hold
I
back
took
the
potpourri
did
for
hold-
100.
I like the Better Think Respect.
And then works for me.
Sounds
and
good.
started to spin.
Yeah, we don't want to say I want to host Jeopardy because now we're going to get investigated. That's
Well,
They are investigating.
Blake was going to be a host, and then...
Oh, we could put Jeopardy investigators.
No, we don't want Jeopardy investigating us.
No, we're the Jeopardy investigators.
Oh, so we
We're
spin it around on
we
them.
let them think we're the ones doing the investigating.
Sorry, Jeff, you're not on. We listened to your podcast. Well, I listened to you, and so, I am going to be the
I
host.
investigated you, and your credentials to listen to my podcast have been revoked.
You know what? Can't argue with that logic. Welcome to the new host. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Animal.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.